different this time around. We're exploring a new set. We've done that before. We're exploring a new set with very interesting theme. Final Fantasy has been a very popular video game series for
just
decades.
say hi to people.
Hi Founder, hi Scuba Steve, and Ryan Dibble.
They're
Thanks
ones
for
that
all
came
hopping in.
before.
Sorry we were a couple minutes late and missed you.
Well, no, they weren't. This was before we were even scheduled to go live.
Okay.
There's Ryan. And I want to say hi to Scuba Steve. We commented about missing you in our last stream because we haven't seen you in a while.
Right.
So nice to see you around again, even if it's a flyby comment.
So this is going to be interesting in a couple ways for me, because really I'm going to be learning about Final Fantasy through Magic the Gathering, because I have either never played or negligibly played any of these games. I may have tried one of the old NES ones, but once Final Fantasy VII came out, they moved over to PlayStation for a while. There was a bit of a rift with Nintendo. And the early 3D graphics, to be honest, of all games, they looked ugly to me. They didn't look much better than what I was producing in my my computer studies classes, where we did some basic 3D animations and such. And yeah, it just didn't. I preferred the old bit art style. So I stuck with Nintendo for a while. Then I got too busy with school and life, and skipped a few generations of video game consoles, and didn't get back into any video game console until the Wii U type
when we
era.
had kids.
Yeah, when we had kids who might get into it ourselves. So I really don't know much about Final Fantasy, and I forgot to bring the prop.
Oh, where's it?
It's in the back in the cupboard. Anyways.
Closet?
So, yeah, the closet. So, what do I know about Final Fantasy going into this? And then I'll learn more either through what you inform me in chat or what we discover through the cards, because that's going to be... it should be... I hope they did a good job on it. I'm a little bit concerned, though, because like with Lord of the Rings, it's a big book. There's lots of details, but it's one continuous story. I don't know how many Final Fantasy games there are, but I know there's more than 14.
Hi,
or more than 13. There's at least 14, maybe 15 or 16. So that's a lot of storylines to all put into one set and not get mixed up and crossed. So what do I know about Final Fantasy that I've picked up through other things? I know Cloud and Sephiroth are in Smash Brothers. And that they're from Final Fantasy VII originally. And I have this little letter opener that I was given from my brother-in-law, and it has Final Fantasy 13 on the side. So I know it's from Final Fantasy 13, and just looking at the bundle box art here, I'm pretty sure that's the front end of this person's sword. So I'm assuming that person's from Final Fantasy 13, and this is Sephiroth. They're from Final Fantasy 7, and I know the commander decks they came out with are nicely labeled for which game they're themed around. So there's one for Final Fantasy 6, one for Final Fantasy 7, one for Final Fantasy 10, and one for Final Fantasy might be 13. It's a higher number. I forget exactly which number it is, to be honest. But that's about all I know about Final Fantasy going into this, is that I've got this sword, which is from one of the later games, and those two characters who made their way after a long rift between... oh, shoot. Square Enix? Is that the name of the company that makes
You mean they're
Final
not
Fantasy?
characters from Smash Brothers?
Only those two are. So, and they're not from Smash Brothers, but they're featured in Smash Brothers, which is sort of a best video games. Is this the first? I think this might be the first game, video game crossover with Magic the Gathering in terms of for their Universes Beyond properties that are based off of a video game. Because Lord of the Rings is a book originally. Warhammer is a tabletop game. So is Dungeons and Dragons, basically. Doctor Who's a TV show. So yeah, they've been drawing from all kinds of places. So yeah, that's interesting as far as it goes. So let's take a look at what I've managed to find, because honestly, over the last week as we were driving around, we saw this stuff in a few places. We went to one shop and they had 2 loose collector boosters on the shelf and another sealed box of them when we walked in the store. By the time we made our purchase and walked out, someone else had bought all 14 of those packs.
Oh, yeah.
Basically as loose packs.
As we were sitting there trying to decide if we wanted one.
Yeah. And other places, yeah, this stuff was selling out real quick too. We saw it someplace else or whatnot, and some places were getting real thin. Our local shop put a purchase limit.
Not today.
Not today, Lucas. They're closed now, bud. Bedtime. Anyway, our local shop actually put a... they weren't able to get a whole lot. They set some aside for a tournament in a couple weeks. But that was a Walmart. That doesn't count.
I'm just showing stuff.
Right, and I'm trying to get to that point. But they had a limit of 3 booster packs of the play boosters and 1 collector booster per person per day as their limit. So they dragged out their last couple of boxes for a while by doing that. But yeah, other places we saw had better prices, but ultimately most of what I found, I got a little at a local card shop. I found I lucked into a restock or a stock, I guess, drop at Walmart. And so that's where we found this.
I find the Final Fantasy set really expensive. Yeah, it is.
It is more expensive than most for sure. And
I mean, you may as well go and buy Lord
selling,
of the Rings stuff at the prices that the stuff's going for.
Especially if you're more of a fan. So,
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see. I've heard that the artistic portrayals are very close to the games, so that's good. That'll help keep things sorted out. That was one area that could have improved on with some of their other properties. But yeah, they had a bunch of these. These were the last things to disappear from our local Walmart. And like I said, I did get a bundle as well. So, and then let's just flip this. How much would you pay for a collector booster box? Well, I got this for free because it's empty. Well, it was empty, but I've been putting stuff in it. And we're going to do another little comparative video later on to see, how these Universes Beyond stack up to one another. So we've got some Final Fantasy in here, we've got some Lord of the Rings in here, and we've got some Dungeons and Dragons in here. And that'll be for another day. But I just like to look at the box, and they just sold a bunch of packs and emptied one, and I'm like, hey, use for the enter box.
Is a lot.
That's one of the cheaper prices that we saw over the past week.
Well, just in general, compared to what the collector.
And again, this is Canadian pricing, so it's probably less than in the United States.
It took so long to.
And similarly, I got the last 3 packs from our local store. We saw these ranging anywhere. This was the highest price I saw for loose packs from a store. Sleeve booster at Walmart was close to that. But I saw these as low as $10 a pack Canadian. That was the best price I saw when we were driving about. And we didn't buy any at that price because we were distracted with other things.
Yes, we got something else.
So let's learn about Final Fantasy through these Magic the Gathering. This will be interesting. So what should we start with? Should we start with the bundle? Or should we take a look at this little
Excuse me,
play pack first?
I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. I've not gotten much sleep in the last 2 weeks.
Any preferences?
What do you guys want us to open first?
Probably makes more sense. Well, they don't have a book or anything in this stuff, as far as I know.
No. Maybe
But
start with the 3-pack. I don't know, or the play pack. Yeah, that
little
one.
play bundle. See
And
what's
then
in
we can
this.
take more time on that one there.
Yeah, well, we'll take some time with any of it. Hopefully we get some good hits. And like I say,
I'm excited to see what the box looks like, because those bundle boxes usually look really nice. Oh, Founder says bundle.
I need my letter opener.
Oh, wait, I got a little one.
I got a big one. If I can.
This could be a short. We just clip it. And how do you open your products?
Yeah, let's just put that down.
What's your letter opener like?
Background. It's too big to fit in this stupid shot. Anyway.
My letter opener is bigger than your letter opener. Founder. Oh my.
Some of these, the plastic wrap, you can see here, it's just barely over the bottom on the four corners, but some of them wasn't covering the bottom at all of these boxes, so it didn't look like the most secure way to package things to me, but who am I to judge?
Is there any other sets coming out in the near future, or not so near future, that they've announced that you're most interested in?
For Magic?
Oh, they put it in a...
Yeah, I put it in one of these. So here's the promo card, and I think that this is the same promo card in all these boxes if you find them. I found this one, like I said, at Walmart. So, Zidane Tantalus Thief. 5 cost, red and white.
Tantalus? I don't know.
It's a human mutant scout. For 3/3 for 5. Legendary. When Zidane enters, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Okay, so when you give it back, basically, you get a treasure.
I forget where Ryan says in Ontario is from, but I wonder if he's familiar with this place.
I don't know.
Can we ask really quick?
Do you want to be showing this stuff on?
We're not gonna show what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey Ryan, do you know this place? It's in Buckhorn, Ontario.
Right.
We like it, so we
found it on our last trip through. Well, not our last trip. The trip before.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So that's the promo card that you get with your 3 upside down play boosters. And we got Cloud there. So let's see if we get anything particularly interesting.
They also make jams. They make jams. They have jams, and they feature local artists and stuff like that there too.
Sorry, I'm just checking here. Yeah, okay. So see at the bottom there, you got promotion 0005 and then FIX. So this is from Final Fantasy 9, I think that means. I think that little labeling is going to be very handy to us since I don't know any of these stories. And so to identify which cards are representing which game, they've actually put it on the card. So that's.
Didn't you say that they've announced it more? Oh no, not this pro. No, yeah,
they did. Got a token, Robot Warrior.
Coming out in December or something?
Yes, like they made an announcement that there's going to be some more Final Fantasy product of some sort in early December. So whether they're going to do like Lord of the Rings and make a second edition of the collector boosters, or whether they're going to make some sort of scene packs, or whether it's going to be something completely different, I don't know. There is a starter set, which I was actually hoping to find one of, but I didn't. Any place we went was sold out of those. So yeah, this is from Final Fantasy VI, and it's a Robot Warrior token. And on this side...
Oh, that looks cool.
Sephiroth, the One-Winged Angel emblem. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And this is from Final Fantasy VII.
But these all look like wings, so I don't understand how it can be a one-winged angel.
Yeah, well...
They're all wings.
I'm assuming it's the primary wing is the... I don't know. I've heard the title. I don't know the explanation of the story. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a
that looks cool.
Chocobo Kick. Yeah, in the collector boosters, there's golden chocobos to hunt down, and there's different neon colors you can find, and that's the only card, I think, in the set that they made serialized. There are 77. They were serialized out of 77, so
Huh.
they're very sought after.
Maybe the art's
A
probably
few
impressive.
people have been posting them all online already in the first week, and they've been going for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, anyway.
If I pulled one, I'd probably sell it too.
Return a land you control to its owner's hand as a kicker. For 2 sorcery, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If this spell was kicked, the creature you control deals twice that much damage instead. Okay. And this is Final Fantasy VI again. Should I try and lay these out by which
I don't know, however you want to do
set
it.
they're from? Final Fantasy 8. 8. Yeah. Dreams of Laguna. And again, they've got sort of this metallic, sort of more mechanical looking body armor than more medieval, I would say. 2, for an instant, surveil 1, then draw a card, which means look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard and then draw a card. And then flashback for 3. Don't go back on your word. Come on, go wave to her. Alright, so this is some sort of interaction going on between the main characters in Final Fantasy VIII. Next we've got Paladin's Arms. An artifact equipment for 3. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a colorless 1/1 hero token, then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has ward 1, and it is a knight in addition to its other's type. Lightbringer and Hero's Shield. Equip 4. Attach to target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery. Okay. And this is Final Fantasy 14. My Roman numerals are a little rusty, but I think that's right. I think that's Final Fantasy 14. That's a lot of Final Fantasies. So that's 6, that's 8, 14 here maybe. Oh, we got a Sabotender. Plant. 2/1 for 2. Reach, so it can block flying creatures. Landfall. When a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. These strange ambulatory cacti are commonly found in the Alepta Desert of the Kuzots region, and little regarding their way of life is known to science. So that's Final Fantasy 11, I think. 9 would be the one in front of the X. So that would be 11. This is Cornered by Black Mages. 2 black and 1 sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so you make a little sort of Timming Mage guy, and your opponent has to sacrifice a creature. That's an interesting combination, actually. Kujo called them Black Mages, dark spawn of the mist. And that's Final Fantasy 9. So the other one was 11, so that's 8, here's 9. Adventurers Inn. Oh, look at that, it's got Inn written right on the front. Must be an older game design. Land, town. When this land enters, you gain 2 life. Gain some life for going to the inn? Sure, that makes sense. Place to go to heal up. And tap for a colorless. Welcome, we have rooms for 200 gil a night. Would you like to stay and rest your body and mind? The innkeeper. And that's Final Fantasy 3. So yes, that is an early one. Up to Final Fantasy 6, we're all shoot, what do you call it? 2D pixel art based titles, and then Final Fantasy 7 was the leap to 3D, and the break from Nintendo platforms. That's Iron Giant. That's what I remember. Anyway, that's 6/6 for 7 artifact creature demon with vigilance, reach, and trample. The Iron Giant is both hostile and powerful, using a giant blade to fell its foes. The mere mention of its name strikes fear in the hearts of drivers who know how perilous the roads are at night. And XV, that's 15, Final Fantasy 15. Okay, so we're up to 15 now for games represented. Well, ooh. The
That looks
Prima
cool.
Vista. This is an uncommon. Legendary artifact vehicle.
It's like a coppery color down this corner. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, well, it's a vehicle. That's,
Okay.
I think, why.
Okay.
That's why it's got this
Looks cool though.
border here. So it costs 5/3 flying. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, the Prima Vista becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. And it takes Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with a total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So you can either tap creatures to turn it into a creature for use, or it's got this other clause where you can cast a non-creature spell with a mana value of
You want these in case there's anything
4. At least 4. And this is from Final Fantasy 9. Same as this one. That's an
Because
uncommon.
it's never really something that we got into, was it?
Which?
Like Final Fantasy.
No, I haven't played any of the games to any significant degree at all. Queen Brani? Human Noble. For 3 for 2/1 prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
These guys behind her look like the oh my goodness. It was on She-Ra, the cartoon, that one character that had the hat and the whatever.
Oh, I know who you're talking. I know I know the look of the one you're talking about, but I don't know its name.
It's gonna bug me.
Whenever Queen Brani attacks, create a 0/1 black wizard token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, the token deals 1 damage to each opponent. So same type of token that the other card made. And this is Final Fantasy 9 again. So that makes sense. It's the same section. Cloud of Darkness. We're still in uncommons. 2 green, a black, and 2 legendary creature avatar, 3/3 flying for 5. Particle Beam. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. We are the Cloud of Darkness, bringer of wrath and destroyer of light. And this is Final Fantasy 3 again.
Why can't I find that stupid character?
Next we have Side Quest. Play Blitzball.
Is it She-Ra?
Enchantment. And that's... I think that means a 2-sided card. I don't like 2-sided cards, but... Enchantment for 3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures you control get +2 attack until end of turn. At the end of combat on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform this enchantment, then attach it to a creature you control. So again, transform means flip. And we got World Champion, Celestial Weapon. Legendary artifact equipment. Double overdrive. Equipped creature gets +2 attack and has double strike, and you pay 3 to equip it. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I had some promises to keep.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah?
Oh, maybe it's He-Man.
Well, that's kind of cool. Final Fantasy X.
Maybe it was He-Man character.
So that 10 we'll put right there. Ooh. We got a mythic in our first pack. Sephiroth,
Ooh, nice.
Fabled Soldier. That sounds like it's a good pull. Do we have any sort of price?
I can look.
I might as well put a sleeve on it anyway. It is mythic. So 3 cost for a 3/3 legendary human avatar soldier. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn, transform Sephiroth.
Okay, so it's...
And then transformed Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel. Look at that.
Was it... It wasn't... Which one was it? This one?
Sorry, it's 115.
Okay, well...
Mythic. Non-foil.
Which one's the foil? This one would be the foil, probably. Where did it didn't say?
That's the pre-release card.
Which one's a pre-release? Oh, this one's a pre-release one. Alright, so it's $38.90.
It's still a good pull.
Yeah. But this other one, this other art looks really neat.
And I'm sure it'll drop anyway. So flying 5/5 after it's transformed. Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that's this token here. So when it transforms, it gets bigger and you get this, which we got in the same pack. Handy. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. So yeah, this is a whole lot of sacrificing creatures to use. I'm sure there are much better outlets for generating lots of creatures to sacrifice than it used to be. The old breeding pit from Fallen Empires took forever. I'm sure there's more efficient ways now. Anyway. So yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Sephiroth, if that makes sense. And I want to put a sleeve on that. You got some here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Right.
Sorry.
Bard's Bow is our
cool.
foil. It's a common from Final Fantasy
There you go.
14 by the look of it. Equipment, job select. So it creates a 1/1 hero. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has reach, and is a bard in addition to its other types.
It's Montork.
And Purser's Bow. Montork. Oh,
That was that character.
okay.
Where's that card?
Equip 6. That's a lot to actually equip it to something. That's interesting. Anyway, there's our foil. We can sleeve that too, I guess. Even though. And we got a basic land, a swamp. And this one is from Final Fantasy 14.
That foil is really cool. That, like, whatever those things in the sky are. It's really pretty. Somebody's got the hiccups.
Yep. And this one was from Final Fantasy 14. And so we got a sleeve for Sephiroth here.
Yeah.
Like I say, even if this is a $30 card now, I'm sure it'll drop.
It's still a cool card.
It's still a cool card, and it's, recognizable character. One of the ones I'd actually heard of, so there you go. Pack 1.
The art is impressive, even if you don't know the characters that much.
We got a Knight token. Final Fantasy 7. I'm covering the art with my big thumb. And on the other side, we have a hero. Final Fantasy 14. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. A Rook turret. 3/3 for 4. Flying. Artifact creature. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 'Tis unfortunate that many Ishgardians cannot appreciate the particularity of my work. From Stefanivin of Halendart.
Anivian?
Okay.
I don't know.
It's Final Fantasy 14 by the look of it. So that's this pile. And here we have Aerith Rescue Mission. It's a common. Final Fantasy 7. 4 cost, sorcery. Choose one. Take the elevator. Create 3 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. Or take 59 flights of stairs. Tap up to 3 target creatures. Put a stun counter on one of them. Okay. So 3 1/1s for 4 is... I mean, I've seen cards with better and worse rates than that. Or the ability to tap down up to 3 creatures and put a stun counter on one of them. Alright. So this must be a story beat in one of the games where you have a choice to make. You can either take the elevator up and deal with guards or something, or run up 59 flights of stairs, which tuckers your people out or something.
I think I've actually heard of a couple different people who are saying that they're gonna learn about Magic the Gathering with this set because they liked Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it the other way around. I know something about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn Final Fantasy from this, and it's complicated when they're stuffing
Oh my goodness,
multiple sets
it's
together.
Cute.
Different games. Blazing Bomb.
Oh my goodness.
An elemental, 1/1 for 1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and blow up. Tap, sacrifice this creature, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. And that's from Final Fantasy 9.
That's an interesting
Final Fantasy
character.
9. It is. Fire. Yeah, literally. Little blazing thingy. Next, we have Fight On. Instant for a black and 2. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so this is an instant speed, double raise dead for 3. That could be interesting. Just hang in there. Someday we'll look back at these hard times and laugh. Now, usually in Magic, taking creatures from your graveyard to your hand is necromancy. But this doesn't quite give that vibe to me. Just hang in there. I don't know, maybe. That was Final Fantasy 7 as well. Next, we've got Geisel Greens. That looks like a chocobo eating a cabbage.
It's cute.
Sorcery for 2. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1 attack until end of turn. And you can flash it back for 6. No, for 6 and 1, so 7. So you can cast it from your graveyard and then exile it. 7 is an awful lot to pay for a 2/2, but 2/2 for the first 2 is pretty, average. So, late game, if you've got nothing better to do with your mana, it's better than nothing, I guess. That's interesting, anyway. And that's Final Fantasy 11. And I've got need to make more room here because I don't have enough piles. Grand Pulse Oku. 1 green for a 1/1 Death Touch Plant Beast. Pay 8. Until end of turn, this creature gets +1/+1 for each permanent card in your graveyard. Huh. So yeah, if you got a lot of mana kicking around and a lot of cards in your graveyard late in the game, this could be quite threatening. Otherwise, it's a 1/1 Death Touch for 1, which can still be a pain. Mysterious beast that has grown large on its journey across Grand Pulse. Its children, known as Microchews, accompanying the Ochu in combat against adventurers. And that's Final Fantasy 13. 13. Yeah, I need more piles.
Ooh, my parents will be here on Friday.
I need more space for piles. I'm going to need to...
Streaming might be a little bit different when they're here.
Yeah.
Our schedule might be different. It'll probably move to evenings during the week.
These are both Final Fantasy 9. No, that's 9, and this is... No, these are mixed up. That's 11. This is 9. Ten, 13, 14, 15. Ay, ay, ay.
I really need a good sleep tonight.
Oh, and I'm not even showing what I'm doing to organize it, am I? Sorry. Instant ramen. Look at that.
Oh, somebody shared a short.
Some of our kids would like this one.
Somebody shared a short about dill pickle ramen.
Okay.
And I love dill pickle, but I don't know if I'd like it as ramen.
So it's food.
I might try it.
It's an artifact food for 2. Artifact.
They're supposed to be as we go away.
Artifact food for
She's
2.
chasing him with a sword. It's a toy sword.
When this artifact enters, draw a card. And you can pay 2, tap, and sacrifice this artifact to gain 3 life. So, sort of like food tokens that the hobbits make, except it's got the extra, when it enters, draw a card as an artifact. And it's got flash, which I guess means it's instant. Anyway. It's not about finding the single best ingredient. It's about crafting that perfect blend of meat, egg, and shrimp. That harmony of flavors is key. And I thought ramen was noodles. But I guess it shows what I know. They're just flavored differently. And this is from Final Fantasy 15.
Alright.
15.
Children have been muffled.
Ooh.
And when I say muffled, I mean I shut the door.
We got a newfound adventure.
Ooh, that is cool looking.
It's Farseek, apparently.
This looks neat.
This is neat. It's an uncommon full art of some sort. So 2 cost, sorcery, search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. So anything but a forest.
Yeah, we don't
and
know
put
what
it
the
into
big
the
cards
battlefield
really are,
tapped, then shuffle.
Because, I mean, you didn't...
Farseek, I know that card. Man, what was that from? Was that in...
It's a 72-cent card.
Shards of Alara or something?
The showcase card.
Okay, well, it's a showcase card. It does look pretty sweet.
But it's only 72 cents.
But it's not worth anything.
No.
Anyway,
It looks cool.
I want to put a sleeve on it anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Who
and
knows,
that's
maybe...
Final Fantasy 14.
Maybe it'll end up being the chase card after all. No,
I doubt it.
But, you know...
There you go.
It still looks cool.
Then we've got an overkill for an instant for 3. Target creature gets -0, -9,999 until end of turn.
That sounds like your kind of card.
I'm sure there's something you can do with this. It sounds like you could come up with some neat trick. But basically, whatever you do with it, it's basically whatever that creature is just going to die. Because, like, if you've got 0 toughness or less, you can't, like, regenerating isn't going to save you. Indestructible isn't going to save you. I mean,
It's kind of like what I want to do with you, like against you when I'm playing.
hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you? Waka. Okay.
Like when I want to defeat you, I want to crush you.
Yeah.
That's my kind of card.
Overkill. Well, the name's right. Final Fantasy X.
Oh man.
Where's my Final Fantasy X pile? Over here. Next, we have Prompto
You are now dead, says Ryan.
Argentum. So 2/2 for 2. Legendary creature, human scout, haste. Selfie shot. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Look out, world, here we come. Apparently,
ramen noodles, those ingredients are optional.
okay. Apparently, a selfie is a treasure.
Ooh.
Because this guy takes selfies, and therefore he's making treasures.
Okay.
It's an uncommon, and it's from Final Fantasy 15. Why am I not surprised it's one of the more recent ones?
Remember those selfie sticks? People still have them.
Yeah.
I think they're weird.
Galuf's Final Act. 2 cost, instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1 attack and gains. When this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. So,
I wonder if we have the dill pickle.
I'll destroy you, X-Death, even if it means I have to take you into the afterlife myself.
So I kind of want to try it.
Sorry, what?
If we have those dill pickle ramen noodles in Canada, because I kind of want to try it.
I don't know. But this is from Final Fantasy V, so that goes back a little ways. That's a new pile.
Hideaway. Clive, they have a Clive too.
Apparently. It's a Townland, our land town.
But is he better or worse than...
It taps for a colorless. It's got Hideaway 4. When this land enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom in any order. It's a rare. And you can pay 2 and tap it. You may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost if you control 4 or more legendary creatures. Huh. So you can use this to cast a spell that's imprinted on it basically from the top of your deck when you play the land. If you have 4 legendary creatures. That is interesting. Anyway, it's our rare. Do you want to check the price?
Sorry.
Because lands that do things sometimes are worth something.
Yeah.
Where's the sleeves gone?
Oh, they're over here. I'm sorry. It's Clive's Hideaways with...
Clive's Hideaway. It's non-foil. Speaking of foil, we have a Black Waltz number 3. Interesting.
Ooh, that looks really cool.
And this was from Final Fantasy 16.
Okay, so there's...
So the numbers are getting even higher.
The pre-release is the one you want for value on Clive's Hideaway. That's 141 cents.
Okay, well, oh well.
This one looks really
It's
cool.
still
though.
cool. Black Waltz number 3 for a red, a black, and 2. Legendary creature wizard. 2/2 flying death touch. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 2 damage to each opponent. You fool, do I look like some lowly black mage soldier?
That's a foil?
That is a foil.
Yeah, that one's
That's
$5.
Final Fantasy, it's an uncommon. Final Fantasy 9.
That looks really cool. I like it. Alright, yeah, here I go.
Oh, we got another town. Land. This land enters tapped, and it taps for green or white.
Windhurst.
Windhurst Federation Center. And that's from Final Fantasy 11. The first Star Sibyl gained the powers of the stars and moon at full moon fountain. She found the stars of hope from within the darkness and led Windhurst to glory.
Yeah, you don't want to know the value of that one.
It's a common land.
Well,
so
I don't know. I was just looking
I'm
at
sure it's not much.
11 cents.
And it sounds about right. That's Final Fantasy XI again.
This one's really cool though.
So this is Final Fantasy XI. This one's Final Fantasy IX.
How many Final Fantasies have there been?
Well, apparently at least 16, according to this Clive Sideaway. So, and I think that one of them, like I think I heard of one of them where there was like Final Fantasy 13-2, like they made a sequel to at least one of them.
Okay.
And they've also done like a Final Fantasy 7 remake. So they've, updated the graphics and maybe tweaked a few things or whatever. So they do redo them a lot.
That looks cool.
That is cool. What is this?
The art is really neat. Commune with beavers.
Yeah, apparently.
That's a neat art though.
That doesn't look
Final
much like a beaver to me.
Fantasy also has games with no numbers. Interesting.
True. See, early on in the NES days, I kept getting Final Fantasy mixed up with Faxanadu.
Okay.
Like, it was one of those fantasy games that wasn't Zelda. That was, when I was a kid. 1 green sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
I like that art.
Guy, speak beaver. And that's from Final Fantasy II. So that's a very early one. We haven't done anything from Final Fantasy I yet.
Ooh, that thing's ugly.
That is ugly. Ice Flan. 6 mana, 2 blue, for a 5/4 elemental ooze. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. And Island Cycling 2. Discard this card, search your library for an island card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Curl Cat Beast. And this one was Final Fantasy X. Two for 2. Pay 2 and tap it. Tap target non-enchantment creature. Non-enchantment creature. That's random, but then again, enchantment creatures are new to me, so I'm sure they exist in multiple sets now, but that does still seem new to me. A lean and limber predator whose whiskers acquire charge from naturally occurring electric particles in the atmosphere. Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, Square Enix. Sorry, that's the company that makes the Final Fantasy series, and got into a real row with Nintendo when they didn't want to go to digital medium. They wanted to keep cartridges for the Nintendo 64, I think it was. Anyway. What did I say? Final Fantasy 15.
Call the Mountain Chocobo?
Yeah, Call of the Mountain Chocobo.
No, not Call it's called the Mountain Chocobo.
Oh, I guess it is called the, right, you're right. Sorcery for 4. It is cute.
It makes me think of the bird from the movie Up.
Well, kinda. Not quite as colorful, but then again, there are a lot of other colored variants. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Create a 2/2 bird creature token with, whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1 attack until end of turn. And you can flash it back for 6. So it's another way to get more Chocobo tokens. And that's Final Fantasy VII.
Ew, that's ugly. Ew.
That is ugly. Zombie horror.
Okay, picture off just the words.
Scorch
Picture
Rub
off.
Flare. Costs 3 for a 3/2. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, or exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard.
Ooh, it's creepy.
Though they willfully attain an undead existence to serve their foul mistress for eternity. Okay.
I'm not looking.
Final Fantasy 11.
That's creepy. I don't like it. Put it at the bottom of the pile, whatever pile it's in. Don't want to see it.
Then we've got Vincent's Limit Break.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's 2 to cast.
Shh.
And it's tiered. Choose one additional cost.
Oh boy. This Will's trying to go to the washroom. Ridley's trying to follow her.
Until
tag along.
until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
I love you.
And has the chosen base power and toughness.
You hide yourself.
So, Galleon Beast, if you pay 0, it comes as a 3/2.
No.
Death Gigas, if you pay 1, it's a 5/2. And Hellmaster, if you pay 3, it's a 7/2.
She wants a freezy. She's like, hungry. Freezy? Nope.
No, not at this time of night.
No
it's
freezy.
bedtime.
It's bedtime.
It's not time for freezies.
You can have a freezy tomorrow.
And that's Final Fantasy 7.
You can come with me now, or I'm gonna lock you in. I'm not.
Hill Gigas. So a giant. 6 cost for a 5/4. Trample and Haste. And Mountain Cycling 2. This place is dangerous. Be careful. Zozo's Resident. Final Fantasy 6.
Oh, she's a goof.
Did I put a...
What?
This was Final Fantasy 4, not Final Fantasy. I'm getting some of my
Excuse me.
Roman numerals mixed up again. I'm running out of space. I can't put the piles down anymore.
Why don't we separate them
Why
after?
don't you organize them?
Why don't I organize them?
The Gold Saucer. Land Town for an uncommon. Taps for a colorless. Pay 2 and tap it to flip a coin. If you win the flip, create a treasure token.
They use Roman numerals. I don't need no Roman numerals.
And then pay 3 and tap it. Sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. Okay. That sounds potentially useful. But not quick. Most games are pretty fast-paced now. So, after relaxing at Costa del Sol, stop by the Gold Saucer. It's a rich and exciting place to play. And that's Final Fantasy 7.
Why you make me do this? I don't like Roman numerals.
Next we have Evil Reawakened.
What's the X? So this the Roman numeral X.
10. 10 was in the second row.
Okay.
10 was here.
Okay, I'm making space for them.
Okay, it was the top row that was getting clustered.
Just do your thing. I'm not gonna interrupt.
Evil Reawakened, 5 cost. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. So that's a reanimation spell, but only for your graveyard, and it costs 5, but gives plus. That's expensive and limited, but it could find use. Galoof, it's good to see you again. Mwahahaha. Final Fantasy 5.
I like the evil laugh. It's fun.
Yeah. Delivery Moogle.
It's so cute.
Yeah. 3/2 for 4. Flying.
What the heck is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like a mix of a cat and a bat or something?
It's a Moogle. Whatever that is.
What is it?
Whenever this creature enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Search your
Right
library.
downstairs. Go get her.
If you search your library this way, shuffle. This guy sounds fun, because this is a way to go find your Chaos Orb or bring it back over and over.
I like it. I want one. Can we get a real one?
It is cute. It's an uncommon. A new letter has arrived just for you. It's only an uncommon, so it's probably not worth much.
I don't care. It's cute.
Card 15, and it's from Final Fantasy 14. 14. Lock Cole, legendary creature, human rogue, from Final Fantasy 6.
So what are some of the cards, is anybody in here that knows,
2,
like
3.
uncommons that we want to find?
I don't know. I mean, did you find a page with like the top cards or
I didn't
anything
look
like
for
that?
that. I can.
I mean, well, the top cards are probably all going to be from collector boosters, so never mind. But I don't know. Death Touch and Lifelink for 2/3 for 3. Whenever Lock Cole deals combat damage to a player, draw a card and then discard a card. As long as there are people who need to be protected, I'll keep on fighting. Interesting. 234, so that gives you a sense of the set size, because by then you're in multicolors. And it's an uncommon. So here's our rare.
Why is
Jydor Aristocratic Capital.
nothing in there? Why did Isabel give this to you? Oh, gross.
So this
Thomas, come here.
is a land town that enters tapped and taps for blue. You're the spitting image of Maria. And Overture for 6. Sorcery. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. Then exile this card. You may play the land later from exile. Huh. So I'm guessing you can't use the Overture once it's down as a land.
Thomas.
But later
Thomas.
in the game you could cast it as that and then play it as a land.
Can you get her a cup of milk, please? Make sure that's wood.
That's interesting. I need to check the rules on exactly to make sure that's how that works. But I'm guessing that's just an alternate way you can play it other than as a blue land that enters tapped. It's a rare, so we might as well check the price. Where's,
Sorry. Oh, wow. That traveling chocobo card is really cool.
Yeah.
I like the blue one. We got different colors for them all? Holy moly. Huh.
Anyway. And that's from Final Fantasy 6. So we'll check the price on that one.
Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a sneak peek at what cards are.
And we got an instant, Dreaming of Laguna again. As our foil. We've had one of these as a non-foil before, so that's from Final Fantasy 8. Oh, we got an art card on Plains.
Ooh, that looks cool.
So, Seventh Heaven is the Plains. That's interesting. And that's from Final Fantasy 7. So, there we go.
Okay. Yeah. It's 97 cents.
Okay. And then we got an art card.
I don't know where that one goes. That looks interesting.
Guy with the big gun arm.
Hmm.
And Barrett Wallace. I guess that's the character's name.
No idea.
That's art card 8. So we got 1 art card in 3 packs. That's probably pretty typical.
And we still have the bundle to go through.
Yeah. So our 3 packs, I think we did okay on the 3 packs. We've certainly found some interesting stuff, but I think this card alone probably made this package worth it to open, because we pulled a mythic of a main character that's popular. So
yeah, that's interesting. And we just got this from Walmart. The play pack bundle there.
So these bundles have 9 boosters in them, and they come with 2 traditional foil extended art legends. So one of it could be that card there is a traditional art foil. So that's where you find this, I guess, is one of these promo cards.
Okay.
And but they're randomized from what I've heard. I don't know how many there are you can get, but you get 2 out of however many there are. Oh, and there's Sephiroth art hiding under the pull tab. Let's see what the box looks like. Ooh, no, that's not the box.
You know what?
That's a.
I feel like people who like One Piece probably would like this set.
Okay. So yeah, there's the lady with that sword that end is similar to mine on the table
neat.
there. And then on this side, it's Sephiroth
Yay,
again.
bundle.
So we got that, and then the box has got Sephiroth on this side.
Ooh, that looks nice.
And that other lady on the other side.
I still think that out of the boxes we've gotten, I don't know, that they're so nice, each of them. I like the Bloomberg one, and the Lord of the Rings one is decent, but the Dragonstone one's really nice too. This is probably not my top box art for Magic.
I'll put that over there for now. I've got tokens. And yep, that's pretty much what this is. This got crunched.
Oof, how'd that happen?
Probably when they put this in and then they put the...
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Ouch.
But anyway, doesn't really matter. And then we got... Oops.
And the dice is just white.
It's a big old dice.
Oh, it looks kind of pearly.
It's kind of pearly, and then the 20 is... What is that? Is that supposed to be a chocobo? Not entirely sure. Oh, and the 1 is the magic symbol. So that's interesting. They got symbols for both companies on there. And so here we have 3 packs, and a pack of land, I assume, and 4 packs. And here's our promo card and land, and 2 more packs. So let's take a look quickly first at our pack of land. So we got attacking, blocking. This is just sort of a how to play thing, I think. Popular Magic formats. Got a cast. Okay. We got planes.
Is that cat looking? It's that cat looking thing. I missed when his comment came in.
What, the Curel? This thing?
What was the promo card that was in there? Did they?
The delivery mogul. It's a mogul. Supposed to be on the dice.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Did you get what the foil card was, the promo? Or is it in that
It's in the second package.
Oh, okay.
So we got basic lands, we got planes, the 7th Heaven one again. Are these all full art? I think so. Well, that's nice.
These are neat looking.
Sort of a winding road. See, I don't expect road like this in a fantasy game so much.
I love it.
I think the newer games went more that way. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 7. Yeah, even these, they're all themed up for different games. Island.
They do a really good job
Final
on
Fantasy
the arts
13.
for the lands.
Ooh, that's kind of nice. The seagulls.
That's pretty cool.
For an island, but it's more of a cove by the look of it. Island. Swamp. Mountain. Oh, there's a little temple or something up on the top of that mountain. Lava flows on this one. Sort of a wizard there that looks almost Gandalf-ish.
Yeah. Do you think they might have kind of...
This is from Final Fantasy 1, so that's... I think it started more as traditional fantasy with Final Fantasy 1, and the further they got along, the more sort of high-tech elements got added.
Okay. Ooh, that looks neat. I like that one.
Final Fantasy 9.
Forest.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat too.
Sort of out in the wilderness anyway. Wastes.
What's wastes?
It's a basic land that provides colorless, I guess.
That's new?
I don't think it is new. I think it's just from a set that I missed.
Okay. That looks interesting though. That's a wolf?
Oh. Somebody with a wolf.
I got an ad. I'm watching on my iPad.
There's just one random waste in here. That's interesting. Well, that's our first pack of land. And this pack of land should be foil lands plus the 2 foil promos. So let's see who we got for our 2 legendary character foils.
Ooh.
So we got Reno and Rude.
That looks cool.
This is... Does it say promo on the bottom? I don't see... Legendary creature human assassin. It's an uncommon. From Final Fantasy 7. 2 cost, 2/1 menace. Whenever Reno and Rude deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. Then you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exiled card this turn, and mana of any type may be spent to cast it. Okay. That's interesting. So that's one of them. And our other one is Keffa Dancing Mad. 7 cost, 6/6. During your turn, Keffa
I do not love it.
Has Indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, exile. This one is a rare. The first one was an uncommon, so there's that. But it costs 7, so it's not likely to be worth much. Unless it's a really good reanimation target or something, but I doubt it. At the beginning of your end step, exile a card at random from each opponent's graveyard. You may cast any number of the spells among the cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Then each player who owns a spell you cast this way loses life equal to its mana value.
Interesting.
Ugh.
So if it was a foil not extended art one, it would be worth more.
Okay. So yeah, these are the ones that are specifically from.
It's $3.88 for that one.
FIN. Okay.
I think. Hold on a second.
So this is FIN. So this is some of the same expansion symbol we've had all along. This one is FIC down at the bottom here, and it's got a different expansion symbol. I haven't been looking for those, if we've pulled any other cards that had that different expansion symbol or not, but those are from the Commander line, so the Commander decks and such, I think.
That one is?
Anything with this symbol.
Okay.
A little gold chocobo symbol, or, well, that's because it's a rare that it's gold, but...
Sounds like $1.68.
Did we see that symbol on any of the other cards I pulled? I forgot to look for it.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, the first one was... Like $2?
This one's like $3 or something like that. But that one's just $1.68.
And then we got, this is probably all the exact same lands again. Yep, except foils.
They're cool though.
They are cool.
Ooh, this one, oh, look how pretty they are as a foil.
That is nice. I must admit. That is nice looking.
So these bundles are totally worth it just for these lands.
Well,
Ooh, that looks
if you want to
interesting.
make a deck themed around these lands, then yeah, I would say you'd want to get at least 2 of these bundles. Because you only get about 3 of each basic land foil plus
Yeah.
3 of each basic land non-foil. Like, unless you're planning on playing a 3-color deck or more,
Very
you're
cool.
probably going to want more than that.
I
Anyway,
like the looks of those.
so we could have had better
They're so pretty.
better for the
Oh my god.
legendaries,
Wow.
but the art for those lands is nice. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. In like the hollow form is so much nicer. Is that a dragon on there?
Maybe.
It's like, I don't know. That thing on there, does that look like a dragon to you guys? I don't know, it looks kind of cool.
So we got a horror token in our first pack.
These look amazing as foils.
We'll probably go a little bit faster now, at least for cards we've seen before. And a hero token. Oh, we got Ahriman, an eye horror. 2/2 for 3, flying death touch, and you can pay 3 and sacrifice another creature or artifact to draw a card. This is from Final Fantasy III. The wrath of Dark has nearly reached its zenith. No one can stop it, least of all you. So that was Final Fantasy III. That's one of the piles you relocated?
Probably.
Oh, we got a dinosaur.
Ooh, that's it. That makes me think of an evil Mikey with wings from Monsters Inc.
Kind of.
Ooh, dinosaur.
T-Rexar. Balam T-Rexar. 6 cost, 6/6 with trample. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life, and it has force cycling 2. Sometimes it's better to run.
That's really cool. I like it.
That's from Final Fantasy VIII.
Broly says he's going to be lurking. He's working on the next batch of mails.
Okay.
Oh,
Dragoon's Wyvern.
Wyvern.
Whatever.
It's cute. I like it.
2/1 for 3. It's a flying, and when this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. And that's from Final Fantasy XI.
Oh, it's. I like it because it's like a dragon. It's a drake. And drakes are dragons, right?
It is a drake, but it's also okay. The different classifications are often don't translate well into Magic, but yeah.
Lurking, says Broly. Welcome
Wyverns are a little different technically, but
your 2 bundle promos with the extended arts aren't worth what you were saying. They're at least $30. I'm just looking at TCG Player.
I'm not sure that they are. I've heard there's only 2 of them that are actually worth anything, and they weren't the 2 that we pulled. I heard that it's only really the Cloud and the Sephiroth that are worth much if you pull those.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but I could be wrong.
I'm just looking at TCG Player, what it's saying, and yeah.
I heard that to become a dragon, you had to make a pact with a living wyvern. However, thanks to the dragon slayers, there aren't that many dragons left. It's a quote from a citizen. Okay, well, sounds sort of like a game NPC.
I mean, I guess some stores could be selling them for
Final
more.
Fantasy 9?
I mean,
no, 11. Final Fantasy 11. It's 13. That's 11.
I've been using TCG Player. I don't know. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Pricing is always so wonky in the first couple weeks. Like,
that is so cute.
Cloudbound Moogle. 2/3 for 5. Flying, when this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and you can plane cycle it for 2. From Final Fantasy
It's so
14.
cute.
Moogles are cute. Suplex. Sounds like a wrestling move. A red and 1. Choose one. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Or exile target artifact as a sorcery. This time, the time has come to put my training to use. And that's from Final Fantasy VI. Aloha, Spellcat family. Alias, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming out. Sounds like you were reading off the non-foil pricing, says Ruben.
Well, it's only showing me 3 here, and the one, I don't see it, so, and I don't really have much filters on there, so.
Next, we got a Namazu Trader.
And it doesn't really matter. I mean, we could be wrong.
This is cute in its own way, too. It's a fish citizen. Looks a little like a catfish. 3/4 for 4. When this creature enters, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. It's black. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, surveil 2. Final Fantasy XIV. Or, wait a minute. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV. Next, we got a Crossroads Village. This land enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Tap to add 1 mana of the chosen color. You've got to destroy the Dreadnought.
The 270 price that you're quoting is actually the
Final Fantasy II.
That's not the market price. We look at market price, but I don't see the foil version of it, so it's not coming up for me. I don't have any filters set, really.
Then we've got Summon Fenrir. Fenrir. That sounds awful familiar. I used to play Heroes Quest. Was that or those were Femirs, weren't they? Anyway, whatever.
Oh, that card looks cool.
It does look interesting. It's a 3/2 Saga Wolf enchantment creature. Who dares summon me from the darkness for 3 for a 3/2? This saga enters, and after your draw step, as it enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3, so it doesn't hang around that long. So when it enters, Crescent Fang, search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So for 3, you get your basic land in a 3/2. Then the next counter, Haverward Howl. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And then Ecliptic Growl. Draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power.
We'll figure out pricing later. It doesn't really matter right now. It was just
It's an uncommon from Final Fantasy XI.
We'll figure it out.
Next we had Albehead's Salvagers. 3 cost for a 2/3 Human Artificer Warrior. Final Fantasy X. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. We found the airship. The records were right. Okay. That's from Final Fantasy X. I'm wondering if I go through and read all the cards I have for each game after, if that'll help give me a gist on the stories, but probably you'd need all
That is really neat art.
It is neat art. Human Wizard, 2/2 for 3. Quittis Trap, legendary creature. Blue magic. When Quittis Trap, enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. So you can use this to cast yours or your opponent's stuff. It's not like everyone can get by on their own, you know. And that's from Final Fantasy VIII. Another full art. Uncommon. 2 white, legendary creature bird, Ambrosia Whiteheart. 2/2 flash for 2. When Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. And then landfall, whenever a land you control enters, Ambrosia Whiteheart gets +1 attack until end of turn. Okay. Final Fantasy 16. I mean, I don't know. Might be worth checking.
Which one?
Ambrosia
Oh,
Whiteheart.
cool. Hey, Kevin Klinger, how are you? We'll talk later. Okay. Now's not the time.
And another town, and it's a rare. Balam Garden. CD Academy. This land enters tapped. You can tap for green or blue, and you can pay 7, including green and blue, and tap it. Transform this land. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each other town
Just
you
got
control.
home from group. Okay.
So it could be a lot cheaper if you're playing a lot of towns.
Yeah, that's a 54-cent card.
The full art bird. Yeah. This is our rare from the first pack, and it's a land again. And when it transforms, apparently it turns into a creature.
I don't know where this one goes.
Balam Garden Airborne. Legendary artifact vehicle.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Flying. When Balam Garden attacks, draw a card, and it takes 1 to crew it. For a 5/4 it's interesting. Anyway, it's a rare, so we'll sleeve that too. Wherever the sleeves went again.
Sorry, they're over here.
And here's our foil, Syncopate.
Ooh, that looks neat.
It does look neat. This has been... When did they first print Syncopate? Was that in Judgment or something? It's been around for a long time. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into your owner's graveyard. So this was sort of Power, Sync, and Dissipate merged into one card. And that's how they came up with Syncopate, I think. Anyway. Your eyes, they burn with resolve. Beautiful. And that's Final Fantasy X.
It's like,
we'll sleeve that too, why not?
What's the difference? This one and that one.
Pardon?
I'm just trying to see what the difference is. That one's 32 cents. This one's 2008. Oh, that's pre-release. That's why. Never mind.
There you go.
It's
Anyway,
32 cents.
Then we've got another common land. Gone, Town of Ruin.
Do you want the Ambrosia sleeved anyways too? It's JR.
Welcome.
Pokey Pop Pop raid. Welcome, Pokey Pop Pop.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Sven.
They say that beyond the dunes is
Ryan
the
Tran.
town of ruin, but no one can even enter
Okay,
the desert to find it. To find out, let alone cross it.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Sven and Ryan. And, well, Alias, you're already here.
And that's from Final Fantasy V.
Kevin. How are you guys doing?
So we sleeved the Syncopate.
Yeah, I didn't look to see what that one was yet.
Again, Final Fantasy X.
Expensive box opening time? No, actually. It's not that expensive.
No, we just had one of these bundles, basically.
It's still, I mean, it was still a lot, but...
This little box here I got for free because it was an empty box.
Yeah. No. We were not gonna... We couldn't buy that right now. It's been interesting art for sure.
Final Fantasy 16.
This is our first time opening
And
this
this
set,
one was Final Fantasy 8.
Kevin Takeover. Hey, Kevin K. From Kevin Mothersaw. And then Kevin Klinger's like, Kevin Takeover. hope you guys are having a good night and that Pop had a good stream.
Hey, we got food.
Food!
Speaking of food, did we ever pour the beverage?
I did not. That's not food. That's drink.
I know. But it's related.
Did you bring a thing to open it?
No.
Okay.
I might have one in my pocket, but
That's okay.
there's a hero token as well. Or 2-sided. Ooh, Ice Magic. Instant. 2 cost in blue. Tiered. Choose 1 additional cost. So for just the 2, you get Blizzard. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Blizzara, if you pay an extra 2, so a total of 4.
Wizard battle?
Target creature's owner
philosophy. Welcome in.
puts it on their choice of the top or bottom of their library.
It's 5. Oh yeah, no worries.
And
Some would say food.
And Blizzaga, if you pay 8 total,
They'll get 2 bundles and a collector's booster. Okay, nice.
that sounds like a decent way to do it. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. What? Okay. That's really overcosted, but I guess there's reasons for it. Ice Magic, and that's Final Fantasy X.
Uh-oh. I didn't pour it in.
Next, we have a Dwarf Soldier. Dwarven
I dropped so much
Castle
money on this
Guard. 2/1 for 2. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token.
It's easy to spend money.
Hello, it's the Dwarven Greeting. Is the Dwarven Greeting.
Oh my goodness. Kind of gives me Papa Smurf vibes a little bit with a beard.
Almost.
But not the head. Not the eyes and helmet.
And that's from Final Fantasy IV. Do I have a pile for Final Fantasy IV? I do not. Or maybe I do.
So Thursdays.
I've lost track. This is not looking like a sorted pile.
So no, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want to do.
I want a Final Fantasy pile for each game.
Even more when you're trying to collect each art version. Yeah.
Under
So
Magic.
just a heads up for those of you who are new here. We usually do our Pokemon streams on Thursdays. And I got a Cynthia's Garchomp box to open on Thursday. Woohoo!
Should be fun.
And then we might do
This
another
is from
one
Final
in
Fantasy
the evening.
13. The baseline on this for Thunder Magic for 1 red as an instant, you get 2 damage to target creature. I mean, that's a decent baseline. If you pay an extra 3, it deals 4 damage to target creature.
That art is neat.
And if you pay total 7, it deals 8 damage to target creature. So it does scale. And it does scale a little bit better than Fireball, but only in certain stages. I mean, I'd try it out. That's from Final Fantasy 13.
Hope I can make Thursday going to my nephew's graduation. Well, your nephew's graduation is much more important. We're going to have a regular daytime stream with the Cynthia's Garchomp, but we're going to do, in the evening, we're probably going to do the build and battles, the Dustin Rivals build and battle
Probably.
things.
This is a neat shot with that candle right in the foreground, casting the light on the... I'm assuming is that Sephiroth? I don't even know. It's Final Fantasy VII
You can
anyway.
only choose one of the tiered costs as alias.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume so. It's just how much extra you want to pay when you cast it. So, it is scalable depending on how much money you have available. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And you can flash it back for 7. The Genora project resulted in my conception. And he presents that. That's unfortunate. Blitzball Shot.
He's colorful.
Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn.
Makes me think of like an 80s pop star or something like that.
Everybody seems to be calling for Waka,
early
folks.
90s. Magic versus Final Fantasy is legit the only thing that could get me into MTG.
For me, it was Magic with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings
that brought
brought
me
us back.
back after a 10-year hiatus.
And then I was enabling you with the
Final
Tarkir
Fantasy
Dragons
13. We've seen this before.
because it's dragons. Hey, ramen.
Yeah, there's the instant ramen again. It's Final Fantasy 15.
And I like Bloomborough because of cute creatures.
Yeah, Bloomborough was cute. The Prima Vista. We've seen this before as well. Flying Car. Final Fantasy 9. I believe. Queen Bran, we've seen again.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 9.
With what was the character's name?
Cloud
Torkel
of Darkness.
Or whatever.
We had this in foil.
Reminded me like Torkel from whatever the name was. Not Torkel.
That's Final Fantasy 3.
Oh, I forgot what the character's name again. From He-Man.
I forget that one.
I had it.
Side quest card collection. Well,
Wait
that's
for it when they drop Avatar. Yeah, I'm not an Avatar fan. I mean, we might do sampling with it. I don't know, but we never got into Avatar.
Side quest enchantment about card collecting, eh? That sounds appropriate.
Sorry, what?
The glory of the tourney awaits. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, if 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform this enchantment.
I'd be all over if they did Willow. If they did a Willow set, I'd go over that.
And that becomes magical.
Oh, it's so cute!
Magicked card.
I like it.
4/4 flying with a crew of 1.
No, it was something else. It wasn't a wizard. It was the little.
That's Final Fantasy 14.
Little flying guy. It was
the Fire Crystal. That's our rare.
No, it wasn't Orko. It was a different name. I already found him.
So that's 4 to cast, legendary artifact. Red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Creatures you control have haste. And pay 6 and tap it to create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step.
It is Orko. I'm wrong, but I saw one that had a different name. Maybe it was a different language. You're right. You guys are right. I'm wrong. I take it back.
Warriors of Light. Only you can restore hope to the world, for yours is the light that can be balanced out of darkness.
I just like to argue.
So that's our rare, the Fire Crystal. You want to put a...
Not into these, but interesting looking cards anyway. Spoken. I gotta go to bed
now.
Have a good rest. Yeah, have a good name, Kevin. Or a good
These
name.
are interesting.
Have a good night, Kevin.
I like some better than others. Gubu Gardener, Plant Beast.
No interest in Avatar.
1/3 for 2
versus Willow. Or I like Willow. I would love a Willow set.
Prismatic Moss. Okay, so
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That grows in the folds.
What would you think of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set with magic?
It would be interesting. I mean, I might check it out.
Yeah.
Prismatic moss that grows in the folds of Gubu's back is highly valued as an ingredient in potions and medicines. So that's our foil, Final Fantasy 11. We might as well sleeve that, and we got a forest.
Ooh.
I do like that art.
Oh my goodness, this guy is actually kind of cute.
I was going to put that in the land pile.
Gubu Gardener. He's actually kind of cute.
He is kind of cute. And this rare was from Final Fantasy
Spider-Man.
3.
Yes, I heard about Spider-Man. I don't know how... I don't think we really have much interest in Spider-Man, do we?
Not a ton, to be honest. But, I mean, all the Marvel crossovers... You know, I had some vague interest, and then it sounds like they were making them a pain to get, and it just wasn't worth even looking into at that point.
Ooh, that's a cool looking card.
Treasure token.
Awesome mana. Yeah, you should see the shiny ones that we got in the bundle.
The hero.
We'll have to... I don't know, maybe we'll do a short with the shiny ones.
Call of the Mountain Chocobo. We've seen this before. That's Final Fantasy 2. Then we've got... Quitrub Flare. We've seen this before as well. You didn't like it. That's 11.
Creepy. I like that. The Beavers one.
Where's
that art
11?
is really cool, though.
I think that's the 11 pound. Commune with Beavers. Yeah, that was Final Fantasy 2 as well. Ice Flan. We've seen this. Final Fantasy 10. Summon.
Have you
Choco
played the games? No.
/Moog. I haven't played any of the games. I know that
it's cute.
I know that Cloud and Sephiroth are in Smash Brothers, but that's about all. I know they're from Final Fantasy VII, obviously, and I know that Final Fantasy VII is when Final Fantasy series went 3D and got off the Nintendo platforms. And yeah,
This guy's cute.
Summon Chocomo gets 3/3 for 3, and it's a Saga creature. Stampede. Other creatures you control get +1 attack until end of turn. It's got 4 stages of the exact same thing.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest.
It is kind of cute.
This bird and that little cute guy in the back are probably the 2 characters that would get me into this set.
Final Fantasy VII.
It's all about the cute factor and dragons for me.
Vincent's Limit Break. We've seen this before. Final Fantasy VII as well. Seems to be that's one of the more common
World
ones.
map. That looks cool.
Yeah. Pay 1 and tap it. It's an artifact for 1 to start with. Sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Or pay 3, tap it, and sacrifice this artifact.
I'm in for a surprise.
Search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it in your hand,
Why am I in for
shuffle.
a surprise?
So you can find, that's from Final Fantasy 1. You can find either a basic by paying 1 and sacrificing it, or something spicier for pay 3 to sacrifice it.
It's another bird. Oh my goodness, I love that bird. What am I doing with this?
It's from Final Fantasy 1, wherever our pile for that is.
Oh, I don't think we have a pile for it yet. Vincent came into Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, I don't know Roman numerals. Then got his own game on the PS2.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, we don't have PS2 or PS anything.
No, we never got PlayStations.
Nope.
Travel the Overworld costs 7. And it's got affinity for towns, so it costs 1 less for each town you control.
It was it used to be the more expensive system.
So
now
you could make a real town-heavy deck, because that's the second card
the Nintendo devices are getting up there now with how expensive they are.
Everything's getting more expensive these days.
We used to go with Nintendo because it's cheaper.
We don't have a pile for 4, I guess. Anyway, AI Behead Salvagers.
People are fetching for
Final Fantasy X.
Special art Choco
yeah, we've seen this.
Bows that are currently going for 5,000 at a minimum.
Yeah, those are the serialized ones, I think, from the collector booster, or the fancy different color ones. There's some nut stuff, which is why the collector boosters have soared.
They're going crazy.
They've more than doubled in price in the last
People
week.
are selling their older sets for the Final Fantasy.
Some cards from, yeah.
It's crazy.
2 cost instant until end of turn target creature. We've seen this before, haven't we? Yes, we have. We've seen this one before. It's an uncommon from Final Fantasy V. This looks like cool. It's still an uncommon. Final Fantasy II.
It looks neat though.
The Emperor of Palamecia. 2 cost 2/2. Can tap for either red or blue. Spend this mana only to cast a non-creature spell. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1/+1 counter on this. And if it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, transform it. So it's another transforming card.
The Emperor from Final Fantasy II.
The Lord of Master.
Oh, that looks cool.
The Lord Master of Hell.
It looks
Demon
cool,
Noble Wizard. Starfall. Whenever the Lord Master of Hell attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard.
That is neat.
It is neat. And that's, Final Fantasy II.
Okay.
Then we've got Zell Dinchit. 3 cost for 0/3.
Alias is pricing for us.
There we go. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, and Zell gets +1/+0 for each land you control. Ooh, so it could deal quite a bit if you've got a lot of lands in play. It's a rare. At the beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Ooh, that's annoying. So you get to play an additional land, but it also bounces a land each turn. Yep, that's a rare. White
That
Mage's
looks really
Staff
cool.
as a foil. It does look nice as a foil.
You butchered the name. I don't care.
Sorry, I'm not. But that's a nice looking foil. It's a common, so it's probably worth next to nothing.
We're not the best at name.
Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has
Names.
whenever this creature attacks, you
We're
gain
not
1
familiar.
life. And it's a cleric in addition to its other creature types.
I don't know where this one goes. But it's pretty cool.
Final Fantasy 8.
I like that card, says Ryan. Also 17 cents. Which one? The common one or the Zell Dink guy or whatever?
And then another common land.
Dinkut.
Gone Gaga Reactor Town.
We're just gonna guess how to pronounce it.
Reactor Town.
I like this one though. This White Mage's Staff is pretty. There's some nice art here.
There is.
Oh, that's number 1. That's Final Fantasy 1.
This
one I
guy
don't know where it
was
goes. I didn't
Final
look it up.
Fantasy 8, I think. Yeah.
The White Mage Staff.
This
Yeah, I
guy's from
figured.
8.
Where was that guy again? That was
Zell Dinchit. I don't know.
Did you?
That's the one I butchered the name of.
I said Dinkus. So I probably butchered it too.
Arhiman. We've seen this before. It's a common from Final Fantasy 3. Next we have Balam T. Rexar from Final Fantasy 8.
Sorry, this one.
Dragoon's Wyvern. We've seen a lot of these now. This is getting into doubles. Final Fantasy 11.
It's not worth it. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
we
no,
got
it's worth
a Galacat. Creature Cat. 1/3 for 3.
oh my goodness, I love these things. They're so cute.
Flying Vigilance. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature gets +2 attack. That's the trick. Sorry, that's the ticket. Now, let's get moving to North Mountain.
They're so cute.
They are interesting. That's Final Fantasy 5. Suplex, Final Fantasy 6. We've seen that before. Another one of these fish traders. Final Fantasy 14.
I'm glad that cats can't fly though, because that would just be
Syncopate, Final Fantasy 10.
Weird. We've had that one before.
As a foil.
Oh, what's behind it?
Got a foil of this.
Something cool.
A full art battle at the Big Bridge.
That's cool.
Fatal Push.
Good luck on your polls. Thank you. Good night, Sven. Have a
I
good
don't
night.
recall Fatal Push being a particularly good card, but let's read it.
That card looks really cool.
1 black, instant, destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. Revolt. Destroy that creature if it has mana value 4 or less. Instead, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn.
Okay, it's not worth a ton. It's only 62 cents, but it looks really cool.
It does look nice. It's an uncommon. Might as well sleeve it.
Yeah. These ones are neat looking.
Then we've got Tidus Blitzball Star.
Interesting.
3 cost, white and blue for a 2/1. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter
The
on Tidus.
position of her leg looks kind of unnatural. Or his leg. I don't know. I can't tell. It's a guy.
Whenever Tidus attacks, tap target creature and opponent controls.
Most of this whole set.
Every blitzer knows when you got the ball. You gotta score.
There you go.
And that's from Final Fantasy X. Phantom Train. Trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. So it's uncommon. Final Fantasy VI.
Excuse me. Ooh, that looks cool.
Ring of the Lucille.
No, it's 2 eyes.
Lucii. Lucii. I don't know. 4 cost. Tap it for 2 mana. Legendary artifact.
Tell
Pay
us,
2, tap it, and pay a life. Tap target non-land permanent.
how do you tell that we don't know anything about this game when we try and pronounce the characters' names?
So they sort of tried to merge a Soul Ring and an Icy Manipulator, except it's more expensive to use as an Icy. And it's more expensive to play as a Soul Ring. It's interesting. Final Fantasy 15.
My iPad is being stupid.
Then we've got a borderless, the Darkness Crystal. So this is our second crystal. Final Fantasy 3. It is a rare, and it's a borderless rare, but not a foil. Black spells cost 1 less to cast. It costs 4. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it, and you gain 2 life. And pay 6 and tap it. Put target creature card exiled with the Darkness Crystal onto the battlefield, tapped under your control, with 2 additional +1/+1 counters. Worth checking and worth sleeving either way.
Ooh, that's cool. Darkness Crystal, that's 1006, says Alias. That looks really neat.
Dreaming of Laguna again. This time as a foil. It's a common. And
Wait, Dreams of Laguna, not Dreaming.
Sorry, Dreams.
This is, oh, I like the art on
Final
this
Fantasy
thing.
8. There's a mountain and
That
a bird token.
That Darkness Crystal looks really neat. I like it. Hey, the bird token. I love it. I like bird. I like the bird. Bird,
Right.
bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
So that Darkness Crystal might be our second best pull of the night so far. And yeah, our best pull was also black, so it looks like black's our best color so far.
Ooh.
Another bird token.
I love it.
Bird on one side.
So cute.
Hero on the other. Sephiroth's Intervention. Instant for 4, destroy target creature, you gain 2 life. Fate is not to be taken lightly, Cloud. Final Fantasy 7.
Dreams of Laguna, no foil, 6 cents. The foil is 11 cents. Or 9 cents. That's kind of nuts.
Gigantoad. Sort of like a chub toad, only nastier. 4/4 for 4. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +2/+2. The Gigantoad is known to venture outside of its comfort zone during downpours,
We don't usually
much
check
to the
prices
surprise of
common
unsuspecting
cards.
hikers.
Alias is giving us prices of everything.
Hey, why not? If you're having fun,
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not going to complain.
No. I just say we don't usually price it. Alias is more than welcome to price the commons. That's fine.
You're
You never
not
know.
alone.
Maybe it'll be one that kind of jumps out.
Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, it gets +4/+4 in turn instead. You've always protected us, but you still don't understand that we looked out for you too. Final Fantasy 9. Then struck in Summoner's Sanctum. Sorry, stuck, not struck. Yikes. Anyway, Final Fantasy X. Enchantment Aura for 3. Flash. Enchant artifact or creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated.
It looks like they're ready to start a dance battle.
Yeah, who knows?
I've watched too many movies, especially musicals.
Then we have another
I love him.
Blazing Bomb.
I love him. He's so cute.
Final Fantasy 9.
It's funny what I consider cute and not cute.
Another instant ramen from Final Fantasy 15.
It's a magic pot?
It's a magic pot. 3 cast for a 1/4 creature. Goblin Construct. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. And you can pay to tap it and exile target card from a graveyard. Gimme Elixir. Interesting. Final Fantasy V. Then we've got
Oh my goodness, these are cute.
Sage's Kokobo. A 0/1 for 1 green. Landfall.
them.
Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature.
I want a deck based around this bird. I love him so much.
They are cute. The chick has no name, as voicing the true identity of the animal might trigger ripples of destiny across
71 cents for
Cocoon
that one, says
and
Alias.
cause a hurricane in Eden. Either that or Sage just hasn't thought of one yet.
Okay. I am spilling stuff over here.
It's card 200.
All over myself.
An uncommon from Final Fantasy 13.
Good thing this card has a sleeve on it.
Right. Next. Aishe, Princess of Dalmasca.
The Chocobo decks are actually
It's another uncommon. Human.
Yeah, and I just like it because they're cute.
3/2 for 3.
Ooh, I like this card.
Whenever Aishe attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I am a simple myself, no more and no less, and I want only to be free.
I am simply not simple.
Sorry, I am simply myself. Right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm simple. I'm simple. I don't know what I'm talking about. Lady Ash.
And that's, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Ash. No
Final
E.
Fantasy 12. Do we have any from 12 yet?
I don't know.
No, that's our first card from Final Fantasy 12.
Circle of Power.
Apparently.
I have the power!
Sorcery for 4. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Create a 0/1 black wizard token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wizards you control get +1 attack and gain lifelink until end of turn.
I hope Salem doesn't try eating his bandage.
Yeah, that would be bad. That's from Final Fantasy 14.
Ooh, that thing looks interesting.
It does.
It's a void card.
X-Death Void Warlock. And Spirit Warlock. 3 for a 3/3. When X-Death enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform X-Death. Mwahaha! Witness what befalls those who stand against me. This is from Final Fantasy V. And it goes into Neo X-Death Dimensions End. Star 3 Trample. Has power equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. All memories, dimensions, existence, all that is shall be returned to nothing. Final Fantasy V Uncommon.
Void Warlock is 12 cents.
Yep. It's an uncommon. And it's a multicolor. Here's a rare.
Ninja's Blades.
Ninja's Blades.
Such a fun bad guy.
Final Fantasy 14. Artifact equipment for 3. Job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Is a ninja in addition to its other types and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. And Mutsunomikami, equip 2.
The art is really interesting in this. Who else used to watch
It's our rare, so...
Ooh, that looks cool.
We can sleeve that.
Who else used to watch those like American Ninja shows?
Undercity Dire Rat.
I missed that show. Want to go find?
We're gonna have to return this card.
Return this card?
Yeah, no rats in Alberta.
Nope. We're gonna. Oh yeah, harboring a rat.
2 mana for a 2/2 Rat Tail. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. I finally worked out how to get the door on the left side opened. I hope there's something in there besides rats. And that's from Final Fantasy 12,
Well, maybe it's okay if it's a picture of a rat.
I suppose.
That's pretty.
Charlayan, Nation of Scholars. And that's from Final Fantasy 14. The Charlayans were the keepers of wisdom, both old and new. Their mastery of magic and aether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. This is our fourth last pack.
Boy.
So far, we've only had the one mythic, eh? From our very first pack we opened from the bundle. We haven't had a mythic yet out of this, have we?
No, it just looks the lighting. That looks really neat.
Retrieve the Esper. 4 cost, create a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact token. Then, if this spell was cast from a graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on that token. So you get a 5/5 if you flash it back. That's interesting. Not bad for a common, really.
This has up on the time. It is 10:30.
I know, I'm hurrying. But there's so much to try to figure out here.
I know, I'm just letting you know.
That's Final Fantasy VI. This one is Fate of the Suncrist. 5 cost instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy target non-land permanent.
I will say Magic does a good job on the art of their cards.
Usually. They've had so many different styles over the years. You would have me destroy the Empire? Is this my duty? Is this what you want? And that's from Final Fantasy 12. All of a sudden, that's our third Final Fantasy 12 card in like 2 packs. There we go.
What is that?
That is...
My City and Elder?
Yeah, something like that.
That is a neat looking card.
1/3 for 3. Hey, and he's got the wizard head.
Some of the blasphemy set. Yeah, even
Final
with that
Fantasy
though,
VI.
the art was still impressive with it though. They might
When
have messed
this
up
creature
some
enters,
things, but
create
overall the art was nice.
a black wizard token with, the black wizard tokens are all there. Perhaps this is a test, and you must prove yourself worthy. And that's again Final Fantasy. Oh, wait a minute. That's Final Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 4. Anyway.
I've got a pile right here of that.
Hectize. A 1/1 for 2. Ooze Horror. Whenever this creature enters, each opponent discards a card.
That's kind of weird, but not...
It's kind of like Ravenous Rats.
It's interesting.
Except for multiplayer. Final Fantasy 2. Once the monsters of hell poured forth into the world, they entered using a path known as the Jade Passage.
Alias is Nightmare Fuel.
Final Fantasy 2. Oops, and I'm dropping things.
Dropping the ball.
Summon Fat Kokobo.
I love it!
5 cost.
Even the fat one's cute.
4/4. Saga. Wark. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token.
Oh my goodness, it's adorable.
And then 2, 3, and 4 are Kerplunk. Creatures you control gain trample until end of turn.
Reminds me of the big fat bird from Angry Birds, but yellow.
A pleasingly plump summon.
You have to make a deck. Yes, he does. He needs to make me a Chocobo deck.
Final Fantasy 7.
I love him.
And Hill Gigas, we've seen this before. It's Final Fantasy 6. Crossroads Village, we've seen this before as well. Final Fantasy 2.
Just toss it at me.
Stolen Uniform.
Interesting.
Instant. Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that that equipment this turn. If it is attached to a creature you control, unattach it. It's a little tight, but the price was right. Final Fantasy VI. Uncommon. Another uncommon, Opera Love Song.
Oh, I like it.
So, 2 mana, instant, choose one, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards until your next end step. Or, 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2 attack until end of turn. Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part?
You know what? That Chocobo card is making me
Final Fantasy VI.
want to like Final Fantasy. Just saying.
They are cute.
It's a UFO.
Poo
Poo UFO. We have to do a rate it or hate it with this one. I love it. It's poo UFO.
Or is it pew pew?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Poo papa.
2 cost for a 0/4.
Papu?
Flying.
Maybe it's
You can tap it. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
I like poo poo.
Okay, so it lets you get some
I'm
lands.
such a big kid, I tell you.
And 3, until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control.
I'm also a little overtired.
Okay, so it's another town-based card. And honestly, a 2 cost 0/4 flying wall that you can tap to put more lands
It
into
is
play.
pronounced poo poo.
This looks like it might be playable.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, the kids would love it. It's like
And that's Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh my goodness. Hey, did we have that one already?
Garland, Knight of Cornelia.
Did we open that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Human Knight. When you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1, and you can pay 7, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield transformed. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. I, Garland, will knock you all down.
Pokemon's and PPF.
This is from Final Fantasy 1.
Raise you a poo poo you.
So it comes back
Oh
transformed.
my goodness.
Chaos the Endless.
Ooh.
5/5 flying. Chaos. When Chaos dies, put it onto the bottom of its owner's library. Even as you die again and again, I shall return.
Oh, we gotta put the compost bin
That's
out
from Final
tomorrow.
Fantasy 1. Ooh, we got a mythic.
Ooh, we do.
Cloud Midgar Mercenary. So this is the hero counterpoint to Sephiroth. So we got them both, at least in some version.
Ooh, that's kind of cool looking.
That is kind of cool.
That's a giant sword.
Human Soldier Mercenary Legendary Creature, 2 white for a 2/1. When Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time.
3174 says Alias. Not a bad card.
No. I mean, it seems like it might be usable with the right equipment. Definitely worth sleeving that one.
That version is that amount. Okay. Thank you. Ooh, ooh. Ah, we got a foil one of this guy.
A foil delivery mogul.
I love it.
Moogle.
I love
sleeve that too.
I don't know where this one goes.
And another foil. Gastroslam
Sephiroth?
Far Plain Gateway Town.
Sephiroth. We got a Sephiroth? I don't even know.
Remember, that was the mythic in the first pack we opened.
Oh yeah, that was like, what, it was a $10 card or something? Anyways, I don't know where you want this card.
It was just the base non-foil one out of our first pack we opened. So the fact we got Sephiroth and Cloud.
I love the delivery Moogle. He's so cute.
Not bad. Because they're some of the few guys I've ever heard of in this set. So.
Oh my goodness, the delivery Moogle's cute.
So here's our...
That's 4161. That wasn't... When I looked at the price, that one's not a foil.
No, it's just the base version. It's not a foil.
It didn't... The price that I saw... I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to check prices.
Okay, here's another eye guy.
I can check
we've
Pokemon
seen this before.
prices, but Magic
Final
has so many
Fantasy
different
2.
variants. I don't know where these guys go. Ivy. This Ivy goes here. This one I don't know where it goes. And X.
Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
This one is
Right here.
X
X
Ivy.
Ivy. Never
14.
mind. I don't know Roman numerals.
Right.
I hate it.
Town Greeter.
Sephiroth is 41. Okay, I don't know what prices I'm checking then, because
Human Citizen.
they don't get
Maybe you haven't refreshed lately. The prices are changing quickly, so who
from
knows?
10 to 41 or 46.
This is Corneria. Is the City of Dreams. When this creature enters, mill 4 cards. You may then put a land card from among them into your hand. If you put a town card into your hand this way, you gain 2 life. Interesting. Again, they've got a whole lot of town bonus cards. This is Final Fantasy 1.
Okay.
Ice Magic. I think we've seen this before. Final Fantasy X.
Can I see the Sephiroth again?
Dwarven Castle Guard. Final Fantasy IV. I had a pile of Final Fantasy IV. Where'd it go? It was up here. Now it's gone. Things keep moving on me.
Okay, I don't know what I was looking at before. I must have missed this price then for that card.
Sorry, which?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, prices are probably changing. Thunder Magic. Final Fantasy 13.
I'm not gonna price check anymore for Magic. I'm just not.
Here's a White Mage's Staff, but this time not the foil. Final Fantasy 1. Instant Ramen again.
Who wants ramen?
I should give one of those to each of the kids.
Yeah.
Summon Familiar. Final Fantasy 11.
No worries. No, I trust you know what you're talking about.
Here's another Overkill.
I clearly don't know how to check prices, so.
Target creature gets -0, -9,999. It's an uncommon. We got 2 of them now, so that's something. Final Fantasy X. Overkill.
That's a good card.
Freya's Crescent. No, Freya Crescent. This is a creature. Legendary creature,
Okay.
Rat Knight. 1/1 for 1 red. If you got a rat deck
I can't
from
put any more
Bloomberg,
apps on my phone or my iPad, to be
during
honest.
your turn, Freya Crescent
No more
has
space.
flying. And you can tap it to add a red, spend this mana only to activate an equipment spell, or to cast an equipment spell, or activate an equipment ability.
You know who she
That's
reminds
kind
me
of
of.
neat.
I think it's He-Man, isn't it? Or is it She-Ra?
The
lady there.
I don't know.
It's got the cap that goes over her eyes.
It's a rat.
I want to say Razzle.
We
or
live
something
not
like
to
that.
forget our past, but to learn from it. And that's from Final Fantasy 9. We can sleeve that one, I think. Well, maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, it's Samo Choco Moog.
Oh! Oh!
Where's the Final Fantasy?
He's so
9
cute! The 2 of them, I love them!
Stampede. So we've seen this before, haven't we? It's just this is a borderless.
I didn't know, but I love it. I loves it.
This is Final Fantasy 7.
Okay, I didn't know. I
I
love
don't
him.
know. It's cute.
I feel like it needs a sleeve just because I love it. Give me... Ooh, what's that one?
Lunar Whale.
Ooh, okay. That looks cool.
It does look cool. It's a vehicle, which is annoying. But it's a 5/3 for 4. Flying, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as the Lunar Whale attacked this turn, you may play the top card of your library
It's getting
and
sleeve because I
choose
love
one.
him so much. He's so cute.
That's a rare, the Lunar Whale.
Oh, we had a different version of it.
Right.
So.
Different art.
Oh my goodness, that's such a cool card.
Okay, we got 2 rares in this pack.
Ooh.
We got a rare foil and a rare non-foil. Here's the non-foil, the Lunar Whale. The rare foil is Kuja,
Lunar Whale
Genome
is 20 cents.
Sorcerer. Peace is but a shadow of death,
I like this
desperate
Lunar
to
Whale.
forget its
Looks
painful
cool.
past. Human Mutant Wizard. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black wizard.
$1.65 for that one.
And if you control 4 or more wizards, transform Kuja. And Kuja transforms into a 4/6 Avatar Wizard with Flame Star.
Ooh, that looks
If
really
a
cool.
wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double that damage instead. Yes, this is it. This is the power I've always wanted.
I like it.
Might as well sleeve it. It's a rare foil.
Okay, this
Gone Town of Ruin again, and we have an art
ooh,
card.
I like that art card. It's interesting. Wow.
It is interesting.
All right.
It is Sorceress Schemes.
I don't know where IX goes.
Where did the other art card we had go?
It's underneath.
Oh, it's underneath over there.
Here.
This is Final Fantasy.
I'll put the art card where it
5,
goes, and I'll give you that one.
and this is Final Fantasy 9. Second last pack.
Let's go. This has been interesting.
Honestly,
I'm impressed with this set.
considering I don't know anything about this set,
Yeah.
the two mythics we have pulled are probably the two I would have chosen. So
Okay.
that's, you can't ask for much more than that. What do we got here? This is one of those wizard tokens that everything keeps making. And a bird.
A bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. That stupid thing again?
Coco Beware. Heckeyes. Heckties.
Yeah, we've seen that one a few times.
Anyway, yes, we have.
Guess the fat chocobo.
Another fat Chocobo.
Love them.
That's from Final Fantasy
This
7.
set has some borderless cards that are crazy.
Sage's Nuthliths. Artifact equipment. Select job. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 hero token. Then attach this to it. And equipped creature gets +1 attack and has, whenever this creature attacks, untap target attacking creature. And it's a cleric.
I just want a binder full of chocobos. Just saying.
Yeah.
And that other thing, the its friend, that's often with it.
14.
That'd
So you're saying they picked a good card to serialize?
Yes. I love them.
Weapons vendor.
Moogles, yes, the Moogles. A Moogles and a chocobo.
Moogle and Chocobos.
Yes. I love them.
When this creature enters, draw a card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do, attach target equipment you control to a creature you control. Man in your line of work needs weapons. No? Why not try that one on for size?
That's a dog whining.
Sounds like.
Sam, you want to go outside?
It's Final Fantasy 7.
I don't know.
Haste magic. 2 cost. Target creature gets +3/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until your next end step. Double time. Another Final Fantasy 7 card. Vane's Treachery. Kicker. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. If the spell is kicked, that creature gets -6/-6
I think
instead.
you might like Kate Sith. There was also the flying cat.
12.
The flying cat that I liked too. Ooh, this guy's neat.
Loporit Scout. Rabbit Scout. 3 cost for a 3/2. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I've come to realize that it's important to put down the book every now and then and experience some adventures for myself.
This is fun. I like this one.
Final Fantasy 14. Restoration magic. So 1 white instant. Base is target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's handy.
Isabel,
It's an uncommon.
Sleeping, go to bed.
Pay an extra 1. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 3 life.
That's pretty.
Or Kuraga. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 6 life, but you have to pay 5 total.
Good night, Isabel.
You know what? This looks like it might be handy. Honestly, that looks like a potentially usable card in the right circumstance.
What is going on with my iPad?
Final Fantasy V. Titus, Blitzbarl Star, we've seen before. Phantom Train, we've also seen before. Shoot, I'm getting things in the wrong piles. Triple Triad. Enchantment. This is our rare. 6 cost in red. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until end of turn, you may play the card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with a lesser mana value than it without paying their mana costs. Ooh, that could get ugly. But yeah, that's a rare. You might as well sleeve it. This is also a rare, so we got a double rare pack here.
Okay.
Louis Sue's Sacrifice. One blue instant. As an additional cost to play this, to cast a spell, sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. Thank you for everything. Pray take your rest, grandfather. You deserve it. Sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2. So it either costs 3 or 1 and sacrifice a legendary creature. Counter an activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. I mean, counters are handy.
62 cents.
It's a rare. Here's a common foil.
Did we get that one already?
We've gotten non-foil versions of this.
Okay.
But, again, might as well sleeve it. We got an island. Put that in the land pile. And our last pack of today, for today.
Let's go. Last pack of magic. Let's get a really cool Chocobo card. Because I love them. Brian is hiding his eyes.
So these were our 2 promo cards out of the 1 box.
Ooga, ooga.
And this was
Buster
the
Blade, that's what
pack
we want.
out of the other. Buster Blade, isn't that Cloud Sword? That makes sense.
Ooh, we got an art card in here.
Yeah, we did. Final Fantasy, what was this?
Oh, cool.
And
Or Matsumoon.
Estine Valenu.
Okay, let's see some awesome stuff.
Fight On. We've seen this before.
What's that Lucas making noise?
I think it's Salem. Gishal Greens. Yeah, someone's feeding the bird. We've seen that before.
Oh, cool.
Final Fantasy 11.
I like the bird. Bird is the word.
Magic Damper. Instant. For 1 blue, target creature you control gets +1/+1 against hexproof until end of turn. Untap.
I better let this dog out.
You're gonna wish you hadn't.
Say it one more time.
Final Fantasy 13. Cloudbound Moogle again.
Outside. Leave it.
Summon GF Ifrit.
What is wrong with your back foot? He's lifting his back foot, like in a funny way.
I don't know. 3 for a 3/2. Not bad for a human. 1 and 2, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And 3 and 4, add a red. That's interesting. I haven't seen this common before. Final Fantasy 13.
Alrighty.
Ooh, there's a Blitzball. Costs 3. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Goal. Tap and sacrifice this artifact. Draw 2 cards. Activate only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature this turn. Final Fantasy X. There's the Adventures Inn from Final Fantasy III. Seen that? Relentless X Atoma 92. Robot Spider.
That looks kind of cool.
6/5 for 6. This creature can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. And pay 8. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped with a finality counter on it. Let's get out of here. By that Zell guy. Final Fantasy 8.
Samurai's Katana.
Samurai Katana. Job select. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample and haste. If and is a samurai.
How is your new cat? We don't have a kitty.
Nope.
Did we trick you with our picture?
And restoration magic again. That's kind of cool.
You may as well ask, how is our new owl?
It's Final Fantasy V.
No kitties here. I want a kitty.
Crystal fragments. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Why is this focusing so bad?
I might have learned how to play with the AI.
Why is this pulsing?
I don't know.
Exile this equipment, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. Equip 1. That is so strange. Maybe I gotta keep moving and trying.
No, don't do that. It makes it weirder. Don't do that.
That was
What's 8? What do you...
Final Fantasy IV, wherever that 4 pile went.
Okay, it's...
Next, Golbez Crystal Collector.
Too much magic in the air.
Final Fantasy IV, rare, black and a blue for a 1/4 human wizard. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. That's pretty nasty. That's a rare.
Ooh, that looks pretty cool.
Lionheart equipment. Uncommon foil. That does look nice as a foil. Don't think we had this card yet either. 4 cost. When this equipment enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. An equipped creature gets +2/+1. Equips for 2.
Just, can you feel the love tonight, but then you put magic instead.
Might as well sleeve that one. That's from Final Fantasy VIII. And then we've got a Rabenstra Royal City.
I really like this one.
The town of Rabenstra is divided into 4 sections by the cardinal directions of the compass. East and west are merchant districts, the street lined with shops and stalls of every description. Final Fantasy 12.
Okay, I don't know what these are.
So that's cool.
So, there's some fun cards here.
Yeah, there are.
I would not be opposed to opening more at some point.
The birds are particularly
fun.
Cute.
And cute, yes. Especially the fat one.
But yeah, it seems like our best 2 hits were the Cloud and the Sephiroth. We got 1 of each.
Open the collector pack.
So
we
that's
don't have
nice.
a collector pack. We tricked you.
This...
Unless we do.
I got an empty box because the store that we went to just sold the last of their packs. And they had an empty box. So I put a couple more boosters in there, just of play boosters, which I was able to get. And a couple of Forgotten Realms, Dungeons and Dragons packs. And a couple of... And a couple of Lord of the Rings. So... this is going to be sort of a video another day to compare which we think did a better job for universes beyond. How they combined the different properties into the game. From what I've heard, the art style, they did a good job on this. Most things look very much like they did in the game. So that's a plus. But I do think it's very disjointed with this many different games, like 16 different Final
Yeah.
Fantasy games represented. To try to figure out any of this story-wise, you have to know what these stories are for these cards to really catch.
Yeah, I think. Well,
I mean, a lot of them do tell stories very well, like missions where you got to choose options or certain sacrifice plays the characters made. The characters themselves, I'm sure, are fairly well represented. But there's a lot to see here. And in terms of actually getting what the story's about,
best-selling MTG
I don't
set
think it's going to
of all
happen.
time as of right now. Well, maybe. I mean, probably because of how much it's selling out. But I mean,
Well, we'll see.
I don't know. Like maybe money-wise because of how much it's selling for. I don't know.
I'm going to have to go through and sort these later and take a closer look for sure. There's definitely a lot here. And there's a lot of cute, just interesting stuff that, I never would have guessed there was an instant ramen card. That just seems bizarre to me.
Because it's a Final Fantasy. Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. I mean, Lord of the Rings was going very well at the time.
Yeah. And again, like this is the first crossover they've done with like a video game
A popular
IP.
video game too.
Like yeah. And it's one that there hasn't been a lot of other stuff with.
Yeah.
Like I can see that they seem to have done a lot of work with it, and it's something which is definitely catching people's attention. So there is a lot here, and I do think if I look at these closely with time, I could glean some insights. But mainly, other than just sheer Magic collectors, this is going to be focused heavily to draw in people who are fans of Final Fantasy. There's a whole Final Fantasy trading card set. I mean, there was a separate trading card stuff that have been released, other products. But yeah, this set sort of, again, they do the double set thing where you've got a set of commander cards for the commander decks and some other special stuff apparently, and then you've got the main set, so similar to what they did with Lord of the Rings, and probably Doctor Who, maybe, I don't know. No, Doctor Who I think was just the commanders, wasn't it?
I don't know. We didn't really get into that set.
Anyway, but they've done a lot of these Universes Beyond crossovers now, and I think this one is fairly well done. Certainly they put a lot of effort into it anyway. Yeah. I think we got a couple good pulls. We've got a good taste for the set, I think, in this box. In this, like I said, we did one. We opened one bundle and one play pack. So, total of 12 boosters, plus the 3 promo cards between them. And, yeah, I think we did all right. It's not too bad.
Beating the Sons of the Forest. I don't know what he's doing.
I probably have enough cards here that I could scrape together a deck or two, especially if I want to focus on like a town themed deck or a chocobo bird themed deck, maybe an equipment themed deck with Cloud or something like that. Yeah, I think there's stuff here that I could pick at and try and put a deck or two together. Warhammer. What was the other one?
Oh, the dog wants back.
Or that was the other one. Yeah. Yeah, they did Warhammer. Again, I think the only Warhammer cards I've gotten came out of like Dollarama packs. And they were, nothing too special, as I wouldn't expect from those. But, I mean, it's good fun. And one thing I have gotten out of this was I've actually now seen where that sword that I was given came from, more or less, or is supposed to be a portion of. So that's cool, and yeah, get some fun themed cards here. Anyways, whether they'll be particularly good competitively, I don't know. There's a couple that look interesting, but time will tell. And I'm not going to jump on any huge predictions for that. But there's at least some potential here. And it looks interesting and fun if we wanted to work with what we've got and go from there. Like I said, I've got 3 more packs that'll bring us up from 12 to 15 total opened once we do the other comparison
we'll raid red or blue.
comparison thing here one day. But yeah, this is a fun little set. It's got some good flavor and theme to it, and some of it overlaps. I think there are a dragon card or two in the set from what I've heard, and there are all kinds of other fantasy elements, which dovetails nicely with past sets. Even animal cards, which could tie in with Bloomburrow.
Actually, no, we'll read somebody else.
That works nicely too.
What's Spencer doing?
But I really need to get to bed because this is up past my bedtime and I got to get up early tomorrow to work. So I'm going to have to call it a stream here.
Okay.
But yeah.
We're just going to not raid anybody tonight.
I think these were the only two.
Spencer's playing a shooting game.
These are the only 2 mythics I pulled. So if you're going to pull just 2, that's not bad. So, yeah. I'm fairly happy with that.
It's also magic, so.
It is magic.
So yeah. Alright. So Thursday
Especially Sephiroth and Vinny. Yes, some of the cards from Final Fantasy are highly synergistic.
Synergistic.
Especially Sephiroth and Vincent. I don't think we've seen Vincent yet, but I'm sure there's there's certainly lots of cards that are designed to play on theme and stuff together. So we'll get a chance to try out some of that.
Thursday, we're going to do probably a shorter stream during the day. I don't know what time yet because kids are all home. And then we're going to do an evening stream with the Deaths and Rivals Build and Battle. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Build and Battles and Deaths and Rivals. Sounds fun. We haven't done that yet.
Nope.
And Build and Battles are usually fun.
Ooh, we did pull the Mewtwo the other, last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So we got the big card. That was very exciting.
Helps for the new set to start with the biggest card. So.
Yep. All right, guys. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming and checking this out.
And
with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll learn. If you get VV, that's also great. I've heard VV is one of those sort of weird-looking glowy eye characters, isn't she? She's sort of short. Anyway, I've heard some people liked that one for like commander decks or something, but I don't know much about it. Anyway, again, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Have a good night, and
bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Enjoy your own fantasies. I hope it's not going to be your final one. Ha ha ha.
He's so funny.
Ho ho ho. Hee hee hee.
Go find a Chocobo.
Maybe.
Okay,
I'm assuming there's a regular one of those too, not just all the fancy versions in the collector booster. But who knows? Anyway. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for coming.
We need sleep. Oh, let you do that because I don't want to block the camera.
Oop. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Cheerio.